Welcome everyone, my name is Michael Walker and today we are going to unbox G.I. Joe Battle for the Arctic Circle. This is a review copy that we got from Renegade Games. Renegade Games, they are going to bring us all sorts of new stuff this year. They're bringing out the Heroescape, they're bringing out Robo Rally Transformers, more Axis and Allies game. This one is also based off of Axis and Allies. They're going to have a Kickstarter coming up called Unstoppable. It's going to be a John D. Clare card crafting game that I think is either solo or for two players. And I sort of reached out on sort of whim. I'd already pre-ordered this, but I thought, maybe they'll send me, and they did. Just had a shipping notice and said it's coming. No sort of back and forth, just it's coming. I wanted this because of I have a group, and we are playing a lot of G.I. Joe, the deck building game. And so I thought this would be a fantastic sort of, and obviously like the newest expansion, they have a ton of expansions, well supported. They have this newest expansion, Rise of the Flag, is a whole campaign system. So I thought this would be a fantastic way to sort of cap off the campaign, is to play a Axis and Allies G.I. Joe game. So super hyped that I got it. Why don't we take a look at it? So, obviously takes place in the Arctic Circle because G.I. Joe keeps it current and topical. That's what G.I. Joe is all about. So I did read a little bit of the rules, so hopefully I can tell you a little bit about what this is going to be all about. Hopefully there's just a ton of plastic and a ton of dice, because that's what Axis and Allies is all about, is a ton of plastic and a ton of dice. Rulebook, at least the one I saw online, was fairly straightforward. I like the fact that it's not glossy. Look at that, you can actually read it from the camera because it's not mega glossy. Nice. So this is going to come with 4 champions, or sort of heroes, 2 heroes per side, and you play with all of them regardless of how many players you're playing with. It's probably like a pseudo 2-player game. You can play with 2 players aside. Speaking of which, here we are. And they pick odd heroes. Like they don't even have Duke. They have the regular Cobra leaders. Like we've got Destro, right? We've got Cobra Commander. Because, gotta have Cobra Commander. But then for the Joes, we have Admiral Keelhaul and Snowjob. No Duke. None of that stuff. Well, there you go. Maybe some people have those are their favorite Joes and they'll be super happy. And so there's 3 scenarios in this box. So 3 different ways you can set up the map. And it's based on victory points, and it's not like a climbing victory points. It's not as though you accumulate them. There's a phase at the end of every round, and you add up all the areas in which you control victory points, and then that will be your new total. In each scenario, some scenarios you don't need victory points, and if you reach the victory points that you're supposed to get to, then I guess you win. So here we are. It's a hex base, which is not bad because then you're not going to have any worries about whether certain territories are adjacent or not. And all these ones that have sea and land are combined hexes, so you can have ships and land units in these hexes. So it looks like it's going to be like an Axis and Allies light. I went through the rulebook very quickly, and they've just sort of streamlined everything down. There's no like ships only attack once in like amphibious assault. Everyone attacks every round. Everything moves. Just sort of simplified everything. So there's going to be no corner cases, and so it's a little more accessible to everyone. Here we are. So yes, 4 different factions, or 4 different sides. Admiral Keelhaul is obviously going to be this blue one. Snowjob will be white. Cobra Commander red. Destro black. Let's take a look at some of this plastic. Looks like typical Axis and Allies water units. We have aircraft carriers. Is this the best white? Guess white. Can I fix this? Let me fix this very quickly. Thought I did this, but I didn't. Alright, that should be better. Alright, so yes. Aircraft carriers, battleships, and all of the units have special abilities as well, which should be nice and interesting. Battleships, those are the air units. We have the tanks, which can move fast, and blitz, except, you know, now they're like funky G.I. Joe vehicles, and planes, and troopers. And let's see, I bet you both, I think that probably the Joe side and the Cobra side are the same. Yes, good. We have like the traditional Cobra Commander transports, which is awesome. Where are they? The little side-by-side hover thing. Right from the cartoon. Awesome. Cobra Troopers, and then the standard aircraft carrier and battleship. Let's see, I bet you Destro's is probably just the same. Yeah, Destro's the same, but just a different color. And Snow Jobs, or Admiral Keyhauls are the same, but just blue. And then a ton of dice. Not so much a ton, but dice. Extra bags. We have quick refs, which are nice, one per side. And then, do they have? They don't. Oh, they use the keywords for the special abilities, but not the explanations, which is too bad. All the combat sequence, all the turn sequences, stacking limits, and the three. Oh, there's the three different scenario objectives. Can I get this in here where it's not totally messed up? Yeah. So at the bottom there, cold open, hot start, and base brawl. So two different scenarios, and in the back of the book there was all sorts of different ways to set up the map based on which scenario you're going to play. So yeah. So why the big box? Like, I'm not complaining, but there's the components, and then now all you have to do is fit the board. Maybe the box could have been just a little smaller. Yeah, so they have these giant dividers, and it still didn't even fit in there. Anyway, long story short, that is everything. Player order on the board, which is nice. Place for the victory points. And a round tracker. We got some extra hexes here, and then tokens for control. You only need to mark control in the actual victory point hexes. There's no reason to mark control anywhere else. And I think they have these extra hexes like for the different scenarios just to cover up certain victory point areas, I believe. Anyway, any questions? Go ahead and ask. I will answer. If not, I'm looking forward to this. G.I. Joe Battle for the Arctic Circle, powered by Axis and Allies. It's a review copy. This is a Renegade Game has teamed up with Avalon Hill, so that's why they're putting out all the Avalon Hill stuff like Axis and Allies and Robo Rally and all those games. So glad to see it back in print. Glad to see like interesting sort of themes on Axis and Allies, and maybe we'll get some more after this. Probably depending on how well this one does. All right. That is that. That is G.I. Joe. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time.